One of the funniest things I hear from people in consults is, I have given up sugar. Everyone tells me 2 weeks, 3 weeks, एक महीने से मैंने sugar नहीं खाया, क्या फर्क पड़ा? कुछ नहीं. Sugar is not the problem for most of you. The real problem is oil. Sugar comes in two forms first. There is the visible sugar and there's invisible. So one thing is when you pick up refined sugar and add it into your tea and coffee and you feel I have actually visibly not added, so I've given up sugar. But then you may pick up a biscuit or you may have a croissant or something at a coffee shop and that's invisible sugar. At the end of the day, neither of these are really much of a problem. Of course, the invisible sugar is a problem if it's out of control. But the visible sugar is never more than 2 teaspoons a day. And that little taste in that delicacy, which is the tea, if you don't even have that, then there's no point having the tea in the first place, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree. But when it comes to the second thing, which is oil, which is the real elephant in the room, gram for gram, sugar contains 4 calories per gram. And trust me, your brain runs on sugar. It's a stimulant, along with that little tea that you have, the coffee that you have. So if you're used to it and you haven't tapered off it, that's not necessarily where you start. Where you start is the opportunistic snacking of deep fried snacks, which do the major damage of 500, 800 calories, the bhujia shaves of the world. That is where you start quitting. You don't just have the bhujia shave and stop having sugar in your tea first. The second thing, when it comes to oil consumption in the house, it has to become 1/10 of what it is, especially in vegetarian households, because that's the only place the calorie compensation occurs, since you don't really get much protein. Third thing is when you go out, ask for low oil. Like for example, I do go to a South Indian restaurant often. There's a ghee dosa in that. I always tell them, get me the dosa without the ghee. Now it becomes a little less crisp, but that's fine. That saves me 150 calories on it. And I do these subconscious mathematics. You don't have to be so aggressive about it. Just say, so here what dosa dena, usme ghee mat lagana. And he'll give it to you. Same with salad. Tell him, give me the salad. You don't have to pour oil all over it. So get used to these small things. And over a period of time, you will notice in 3 to 5 months, a serious calorie correction. Don't have to get obsessed with that 5 grams of sugar that you add in your tea or coffee.